Hey, my name's Kyle Potzek. I'm here to answer a few questions that are some myths, some kind of myths about exercise and some things that people have heard and submitted some questions for us to deal with. First, I teach exercise physiology at Texas State University. I'm also the personal training coordinator for Total Wellness. Now, the two questions that were submitted, we have kind of two slightly different questions, but they are related to one another. Question number one was, you've heard that after lifting weights, you expend more calories after lifting weights than versus doing cardio. Well, this is kind of dependent upon a few different things, intensity being one of them. So if your intensity of exercise is high, you'll expend the highest number of calories. So when we say what does that mean for high intensity, we really mean how high does your heart rate get and how long is it maintained at that high heart rate throughout the exercise. So if you were to do a weight training program where you weight train with little to no rest, so kind of doing opposing muscle groups, a push and a pull kind of thing, or doing a circuit of some kind, then you're going to maximize caloric expenditure a little bit more effectively than if you do, let's say, a moderate intensity cardio like a step class. However, what matters is how long is your heart rate elevated. That's what matters as far as how many calories you expend not only during exercise, but also after exercise. So we don't want to think that weight training expends the most calories or cardio expends the most calories. It's really about how long and intense your workout is. If that's 45 minutes of weight training and about the same heart rate the whole time as a 45-minute step class, then you're going to expend very similar numbers of calories, not only during but after exercise. Now, the second question was, you've heard that muscle burns more calories than fat, even just at rest. So saying that when your body has more muscle, you expend more calories than if your body has a higher amount of fat. This is true, and the question that followed up with that was, is there a way to build muscle without lifting weights? In other words, without going to the gym and lifting for 45 minutes, 5 days a week? The answer to that is yes. Anytime the exercise causes a strain on the muscle that the muscle is not accustomed to, the muscle will respond by building more muscle tissue. So this could mean in a step class, can you build muscle in a step class? Yes, definitely, because you're going to be doing squats and stepping up on the bench. So the way to make sure you build muscles, if you want to build muscle but don't really want to lift weights, when you're in those like cardiovascular aerobic classes, like your water aerobics and step class and Zumba toning, things of that nature, where you're doing some body weight exercises like squats and lunges, these are great exercises for building muscle tissue. However, every time you go in, the class should feel just as challenging as it was the first time. So if you found the class really challenging the first time and it's gotten easy, it's most likely because you're not increasing your step height, you're not increasing how fast you're moving, or you're not increasing the weights you're selecting. So you need to select heavier dumbbells or heavier body bars, or increasing the height of the step, going lower into your squat maybe. If you've been doing shallow squats, go a little bit lower. So it's just a matter of making sure the muscle's under a strain that is consistent and challenging throughout all of your exercise. So if exercise becomes easy, it means that the exercise probably isn't intense enough to build significant amounts of muscle. If your exercise is a little bit challenging, that's a perfect fit for how to ensure you're definitely going to be building muscle without gaining lots of size or having to go to the weight room to lift heavy. So you do not have to lift heavy to build muscle. All you have to do is make sure your muscle is under a little bit more challenge than the previous workout. So as long as you're consistently keeping that challenge pushing up, then you will build muscle tissue. Hope I answered your questions well. Thank you for your time. Bye.